Hello, welcome back. Let's talk about how to create a basic website using HTML and CSS and with AI. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe and click on the follow button. In this tutorial, we are going to create a basic website and we are going to use something like this nairaland form to create the website. Nairaland form. We are going to use we want to create something like this using AI, understand? And what are the requirements for us to do something like this? First of all, you have to install Visual Studio Code. That is our code editor. Understand? You install Visual Studio Code, then you have to install Chrome. Understand? As our browser. Understand? These are two requirements that you have to install on a computer system. Visual Studio Code and Chrome browser. Let's get started. Let's create a new folder here. I want to leave this folder. Let's create a new folder. A new folder. Click on new. Select folder. I want to give this folder. Let me say phone. Or you can give your folder any name that you want to give your folder. Click on enter. Once you click on enter, the next step that you have to do now is for you to right click. Once you right click, you will see an option here. You see open with code, you understand? Click on open with code. Once you click on open with code, you have to wait a little bit so that the system can can open the Visual Studio Code, you understand? And we all know that this is the settings of Visual Studio Code. This is where you can create a file, you understand? This is where you can install your extension. I installed Python extension. This is why you're seeing this Python here. Understand? And in this tutorial video, we are going to create a new file. I'm going to name the file as index.html. I mean index.html. Click on enter. You understand? And in this video, we are using HTML and CSS and AI to create a very basic site. You understand? A very standard site, which is that layer land form. The first thing that you have to do here is for you to type the structure of HTML. You understand? Just enter your system and enter HTML. I'm using shortcuts here. HTML5. This is the basic structure of HTML. You understand? This is the basic structure. And in this structure now, you see that there's a dot type. This dot type show that we are currently using HTML5. And this HTML, the lang is the language that we are using English. This is the head tag. Understand the head tag where you add your meta tag, your external CSS, but everything that you are working here will be inside the body tag. Understand? Let's check out the layer land. This is what we want to mimic. Understand? We are mimicking this first block in this tutorial video. This first block. You understand? First of all, let's type in because I want to give everything inside this session. Type in session. We are using session, you understand, in this video. This session, this is open tag and this is closing tag section. In this session now, we are creating a div tag. Understand? Everything that is here, the first block will be inside the div tag. You understand? And the first thing which is the H1 is Naira from, you understand? I copy the tag here. Once copy the tag, then let's type H1. You enter Naira from, that is the first tag. And inside that first tag have a link tag, you understand? Since it have a link tag, let us add it inside an A tag. Okay? An A tag, you understand? And we are putting this one, a hash symbol is going nowhere, understand? Which is Naira land from. Understand? Click on enter, and once you click on enter, the next part is the paragraph tag. You see a paragraph tag, that is here, welcome guest, you understand? You copy everything inside this paragraph tag, Control C to copy everything inside the paragraph tag. Once you click on the Control C, enter, let me say, a P tag. P tag is a short form of a paragraph tag. Enter. Once you enter, you see an open tag and a close tag, you understand? Copy the text that we just copied from layer land, understand? You save it, and there is still another text that is here, start. There's a start tag that is here. You copy the start tag, Ctrl C, and you paste it into a another paragraph tag, you understand? Under paragraph tag that is here. And we are creating a div tag, you understand? A div tag. On that div tag, a div tag. Inside div tag now, we are is there we are putting this box, this input box and the search box, you understand? That is where we are putting it, you understand? Click on it, you understand? Then we are writing input tag, input. Let me go back to layer land. There's no placeholder there. Just leave there, you understand? And inside the input tag, click on the next one. Then we are creating a button tag, a button. The button we have, let me see, a sash, excuse me, sash like this, you understand? And let us give it a type button, a type button. Control S to save, you understand? And here now you can install live server as an extension. Live server is already installed in my system, you understand? And I will show you one of the reason why you have to install live server on your system. It's already installed my system. It's already installed. Now from the number of install, you just install live server on your system. You right click. Once you right click, you see this option open with live server. Click on open with live server. That is here. You wait a little bit. Just wait. This thing will open our project with, let me say, a web browser. This is what we have been writing ever since now. But this one now is, let me say, it's using Edge. Understand, to open it in program, you understand? This is what we have been writing now without CSS. Let us add CSS to this page, you understand? Take note that the layer land have a background color of light gray, understand? Let us add, let me say, class to make it more okay, understand? Here, here like this, in this div tag, I want to give it a class, a class. I want to name the class as a form. Understand? The class we have a class, a name called from. I'm using inlines in internal CSS to style it. You understand? Using internal CSS inside the head. Understand? Then you write your style tag inside the head. Once you write your style tag inside the head, know that once you are using class here, the first symbol is dot. If you are using class, the symbol is dot. The first letter is dot. If you are using ID, it's hash. You understand? Give it a form here, a curly bracket, and I want to give it a background color, a background color of light gray, light light gray. You save your project. When you save your project, you see that this thing already infect here, I already take effect here. Understand? People have already changed before without us reloading it, you understand? Then the next thing to do here is to align all the text to center. You understand? I want to write text align to center. I want to bring out all the text to center. You understand? The text are already be aligned to center. Beautiful. But align text to center, that is not the only thing that we are doing. And I want to give it a margin because I want to push it down. I want to push it down small and make it more, let me say, to the background of the more center. You understand? Let me give a margin of a margin. Imagine top and bottom. I want to give it a 4 pieces. Left and right, I want to give it a 200 pieces. Control S to save. You understand? Let us go to our back. You can see the effects here. Left, let me say bottom and top is 4 pieces. That is why I see this space here. But left and right is 200 pieces. That is why here to here is 200 pieces. Here to here is 200 pieces. Understand? That's let us check on layer land, something like this, you understand? But not exactly sure. Understand? Let us style the H1, you understand? The H1, layer land H1 have a color. It have a color of green, you understand? Have this color. And when you hover to it, it will show other line. You understand? Let us start it. Let us achieve the same result with layer land, you understand? In this one now, let us enter here like this. Let us add dot form, that's in H1, and I want to test decoration. I want to remove the test decoration from the A tag. I want to remove test decoration. Let me say test decoration, test, sorry, test decoration, none. Understand? This one will remove the test decoration, you understand? If you look at it now, there's no test decoration that is here again. You understand? The test decoration is already none. You understand? And the test decoration is not only the issue that is here. We want to change the color of the test to color to green. You understand? How to color the test to green. Control once you save so that the color of the test I already change to green. You understand? And I think I must add something here. The distance is supposed to add padding. We need to add padding so that there will be a distance from here. A distance from here. You understand? Let us wrap this into another div. You understand? Wrap it again. I want to create another div. A div container that is here. I want to wrap everything inside on that div again. Div container. Let me space it so that it can be very okay. You understand? Let me give it. Let me say. Let me class second div second into second form. As I'm coming, I want to achieve something. Will be dot rising class dot second. I want to add padding to it. You understand? The padding will be. Let me add padding of 2 pieces. Control S so that the padding can take effect. Look at that, the distance has increased, the padding, you understand? There's a padding that is here already, you understand? Not only the padding, I want to make sure that the border radius, they see the border radius inside, you understand? I will type border radius to five pieces. Border result, I set border to 5 pieces, and this is the effect of border radius supposed to this page to curve, you understand? If I'm using border radius, but it's not working. Let me put it inside the form, you understand? Let me add border radius to, let me set it to 6 pieces. Control S. So it's working now. It's not changed. Border radius have taken first, you understand? Let me send it to, let me say 10 pieces. 6 is too small. I want to make it curved. Control S. The bigger the border radius, the curve your element, you understand? If you want to curve your boss, if the border radius is 10, if you want to make it curve, let me say, so that the thing can be more obvious, you increase the border radius, you understand? The border radius has changed to 10, you understand? You can see the effect of the border radius that is here. And the next, the next slide that you are writing here now is that whenever someone hover through the H1, whenever someone hover through the H1, let me say an underlined text should show, understand. To achieve it, we write dot form H1 and A tag hover. You use this CSS tag hover. That text decoration, understand, underline, underline as your text decoration. When you hover through it, the text decoration will come. But if you are not about to it now, you just show plain. You understand? That is how to achieve this. You understand? And inside the layer line, you will see that there is a this register login with Google trading and recent and news. When you hover through it, there is an underline. You understand? And this thing is a link tag. It will do something like this. You understand? Okay. Inside its first paragraph tag, I'm creating a spam tag that is there. Inside the spam tag, I'm creating an A tag. It's going nowhere, you understand? Then I impute the hashtag. I copy this register from here to here. You understand? Here to here. I want to make it more. I want make we fast more. Here now will be Ctrl Z to break the line. Here will be login. That's how you remove this login that is here. Here, here will be here will be with Google with Google. You know this one that is here. Here will be trending. You know this one. You impute CI trending. Understand? You know this one that is here. And here will be recent. Understand? Change this one to recent. So recent. Here will be news. Control V. Change this one to news. News. This is how to achieve it. Control S to save it. When you save it, then if you enter our web browser and say that welcome guest, we suppose highlight this guest. It's going to make it strong. Let me add HTML tag to the guest to make it strong. Let me write the strong tag. Let me cut this guest from here inside the strong. Understand to make it more bold without using CSS. But I see that the this thing don come outside small. Welcome guest, register, login with Google trending, recent and news. But we have a task that is here. By default, the thing is not underlined. You understand? It's not underlined. But once someone hover to it, you underline. How can we achieve this? You understand? Enter your HTML file. Inside the HTML file, we have a p tag. You understand? A p tag. That will use dot from a p tag. Inside a p tag, there is here, then a tag. Understand? We are setting the text decoration to none. Text decoration none. Understand? Ctrl S to save. Right? The stuff will come out. Understand? The next thing now, whenever someone hover to it, it should come outside. Understand? The text decoration should come outside. Doing that, enter dot from a p tag, a tag. So say text decoration underline. Understand? Control S. That's how to set it. When you hover through it now, I make a mistake. Understand? This will be a tag hover. Understand? Underline. When someone hover through it now, it will bring down underline something that is here. Understand? I think the color is also blue. The color is blue. Yeah, it's blue. Understand? Let me change the the font size of the p tag. I want to change the font size of the p tag. Understand? Let me change everything here now. Let me use the tag element as a selector. Understand? Let me increase the font size. And the font size is okay. There's no about changing it. You understand? Then what we have to work next is this last div. As I want to let me add form class class form. like this, you understand? And using this now, we are using class here, dot form, you understand? Dot form and input, you understand? Then I want to increase the width of the input. I want to increase the width of the input to 100 pieces. Let me try 100 pieces first. Control S. So the width have increased to 100 pieces. I think the 100 pieces is not enough. Understand? Let me try. Let me try percent. Should I try percent? Let me try percent instead of using pieces. Let me try 80%. 80% instead of using pieces. Control S. Understand? We don't too much. 80% don't too much. We check our layer land. Don't too much. Understand? We will reduce it to like 50%. 50%. Then let us add border radius to, let me see, 10 pieces. I want to add a small padding, let me see, 5 pieces. Control S. You can see the effect that is here. Understand? You can see the effect. There's an outline. I don't know the outline here, but I'll leave it like that. This is the effect that is here. And let us type the search bar, the search button. Understand? I want to add a border radius to the search button. Understand? Here like this now. So add dot form button and add a border radius of 10 pieces, a color of black, and I think this will be okay. Understand? This is okay. Understand? We have created something that is almost the same thing as layer land, almost the same thing, but not exactly. But if you want to do something exactly like layer land, you can use AI. In our next video, we are going to use AI to do exactly like layer land. Exactly like layer land. How to use AI to design something exactly like layer land. Thank you for watching. Please hit the subscribe button. Follow up for more tips.